what do one need to start 1000 layers farm? So in this video we are going to break it down with the help of our Dr. Daniel, explaining to us how and what is needed to start up a poultry farm of 1000 birds layer capacity.
Don't forget to hit the subscribe button, smash the notification bell, that way you never miss out on an upload, and don't forget to smash the like button. So why on earth did I go for 1000 birds? Well, it's what everyone seems to ask. I don't know why everyone likes 1000. Maybe the number looks nice. Maybe it's not too big and not too small. It just looks like a manageable number. Well, today we're going to demystify the complex question of how much you think you would need to start a poultry farm, because I know very many of you want to start, and let's dive right into that. Starting off with
the cost of the chicks will depend primarily on your country of origin, but like here in Uganda it always goes to 1.8 to $1. I mean 0.8 to $1. And let's see how Dr. Daniel has been able to pass through that.
The price of the birds really is going to vary. For example, in my country, it varies from 0.9 to like $1.5, $1.6, depending on where you're buying them from. For example, I'm importing my birds. I've already told you guys about the bird experience I've had in the past. So I'm importing my birds, and it's going to cost me quite an amount, but it could even be cheaper. But on average, it will cost you around $1.24. So for 1000 birds, that would be like what? $1,240. Then the other thing,
some people think that after buying chicks, it is all done, but it's not done. There are other things that are needed which you have to pay attention to so that you prosper in your farming.
The thing that you're going to spend on, actually quite an amount, is the heating of the birds while in the brooder. Yeah. So there are very many alternatives to brooding. One of them is using electricity, of course. The other one is using charcoal. The other one you can use gas, propane, and all those kinds of things. For me, I've managed to use charcoal. Yeah. The other options are not really possible for me. I could use electricity, but it's too expensive for me, and I want to attach a value to that. But what you need to know is that you probably need around 10 bulbs, and each bulb must be around 250 watts of the bulb. So that's quite an amount of money that you're going to spend on electricity if you're going to be going that way. So I changed my mind. At first I thought I was going to use electricity, but I changed my mind, and yeah, I'm going to be using charcoal. And the price of charcoal really varies again depending on where you're located. For example, in my country, charcoal varies, like a sack of charcoal varies from anything like $9.4 to $24. Like the range is so high, yeah, really, really high. I managed to get it from a place where they can get it really, really cheaply for me at like $11 per bag, and I need 10 of them, so that would be like $110. But when you get
if you don't understand brooding, brooding is the place where they keep chicks when they're young, so that they can provide enough feed in necessary conditions so that they can grow well.
The charcoal, guys, make sure you get good quality charcoal, because if you get poor quality charcoal is coal, guys, if you don't know what it is. If you get poor quality, you're going to like burn it and burn it and burn it, and you'll find yourself using like 30 bags instead of the 10. Then the other thing you're going to need are like pots or stoves. Pots is where you're going to put the charcoal and everything, and that will cost you, just like $21 for 1000 bags. Then next we're going to need drinkers. Guys, you guys know drinkers. I've talked about drinkers before. Drinkers is where the chickens get their water from. So this is a drinker. So this is a chick drinker. It's really small. It's small so that the chick doesn't fall in here, in case of anything. Like it doesn't drown, even if it falls in here. So for the chick drinkers, for 1000 birds, you'll spend around $29. And the adult drinkers, they cost quite a sum. I'm talking about automatic drinkers, like more automatic drinkers. This will cost you around $183 for the adult drinkers. That would be enough to fit for 1000 birds. But guys, again,
besides buying these drinkers, you can make your own drinkers. What you need is only $1 to buy the second hand or used up jerry cans, so that you can just decide and make your own drinkers.
Chick feeders, these are very cheap. This is really, really cheap. For like 1,000 birds, you'll only spend less than $5, like $4.3, something like that. But then the expense comes in with the adult feeders. These are quite expensive. And for you to get enough for 1,000 birds, you'll have to spend like $216. That's quite an amount. But the good thing is that it's a one-time investment. You know, you buy them once, like I bought these ones for my previous plot. I'm going to use them for the next plot. I'll use them for the lot after that. Like you buy them once and you're settled, you're safe, you just keep them.
Even on the feeders, you can still also do the same like on the drinkers. You also buy the second-hand jerry cans of $1, then you cut on the top. You are able to fill in feeders and get feeders at the lowest cost possible.
That's the feed, which is of course the biggest cost in all these things. So there's chicks mash, there's growers mash, and there's layers mash. The chicks mash is what the chicks will feed on from the time you bring them in until around 8 weeks. Yeah. So if you're going to be using commercial feed, you'll spend around $1,100 for the chicks mash. Then for the growers mash, that's from 9 weeks to 18 weeks. You'll spend around $1,430. Then for the layers mash, which is from 19 weeks until like 24 weeks. I put 24 weeks because that's when you expect to start getting money back, you know. It will cost you around $1,500. So that's money that you need to plan for, because until like 24 weeks, you're not getting like very sensible money.
I remember feeds are the most expensive things in the poultry because they take almost 80% of the production.
Then the other thing that you're going to spend money on is the vaccination, the deworming, then the multivitamins that you have to give the birds. You know, if you're keeping the birds intensively and it's not a free range system, you must give them, supplemental vitamins. You must give them some kind of dewormers and things like that. And until the point where you're actually making money, you're going to spend around $340 on the vaccination. Well, vaccination, deworming, and the vitamins. And then guys, there's the other things, the miscellaneous, which I'm not going to put exact prices on. Things like the laying nests, things like the patches, things like gum boots, detergent for cleaning things, things like disinfectant that you're going to be using, you know, for your boots and things like that. I leave that at around $300. I made a calculation, and $300 roughly would be enough to take you until the point when you start making money. And then the other thing I haven't talked about, and I'm not going to attach a value to, is the labor, guys. And why won't I attach a value to the labor? Because number one, you could do the work yourself if you're available. Number two, the labor costs really vary depending on the country. Like the differences are so huge. For example, in Uganda it could be $50, you know, around here. In some countries you will go and for anything less than $500, no one is going to take it. And for some places I know it could even be $1,000 for someone to simply work in your chicken house. So the price really varies, and I'm going to attach a value to that. You will have to attach the value to that. Now guys, after I put all these things together, it comes down to $6,583. I hope that's it. $6,583 to start a layers poultry farm from day zero to the point where you start making good money. Like, you know, the farm starts bringing back money for you, which is like 24 weeks. You're going to spend $6,540.
Yes, this was the accountability for 1000 layers farm if you're just starting up. And hope that maybe you have learned a lot from this video, according to our fellow co-worker Dr. Daniel. And again, you have to make sure that you click the subscribe button. If you haven't subscribed, smash the notification bell so that you doesn't miss any other upload, because we are uploading a new video every 2 days. Guys, make sure that you tell a friend to subscribe, and catch you soon in the next episode.